All right, y'all, I'm standing on the front steps of Emma. Literally, Tim has told me, don't come any further.
Don't come down here.
Listen, he's behind me now. But yeah, so I'm on the front steps of Emma. I'm on the second step. I'm not on the very top step. I'm on a step lower than it. But I can't come down any further than that. It's infestation level. My bug man back there. The things that we've learned from dealing, we probably...
Y'all think y'all want to be husbands, but this is the type of stuff that a husband got to do. Like, talk to him. Now, what a wife expects out of a husband when there's some type of infestation.
Yeah, infestation. Okay, so...
You can't be a wimp.
I'm going to be real for a second. Can I be real for a second? I get mad at Tim when he's so intense sometimes. Intense with me. He gets upset with me or whatever. It might be going on. But at times like this, you got to be thankful for that intensity. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. As you can see, everything is clean and clear. We got everything outside now in piles. And you can see the wood stove now. You can see the barn floor. And it is absolutely wow. Like, wow.
What's going on, I.A.G Farm family? It's I.A.G Farms, all about God. It's another beautiful day on the farm today. And today is actually going to be an interesting day because let me see which thing I want to tell y'all first. Because our goal today, I don't know what's the main goal, but we've had a flea outbreak on the farm. And we think that it started in the barn. And we think that the dogs actually had fleas. And we've been letting the dogs bed down in the barn. Just to give them a bigger space to sleep at, and keep them out of the weather and everything. Got this nice big beautiful barn that we named Ernest that we're finishing off, and the dogs, usually our dogs have been sleeping out in the open, and it hadn't been a problem until we let them start sleeping in the barn. And we think that they were sleeping in the barn and got fleas in the barn, and so we already had a goal to finish our barn off, and y'all know we've been working on it, but we haven't got it cleaned out. And let me let y'all see it. So as y'all know, we've been trying to get this barn, well, not trying, but we've had a goal to get this barn cleaned out for the last, for a while now. And we want to get it nice in here. We gotta have a wood stove that we used to use back when we had this barn. It was like our little off-grid cabin. And you can tell it's warm today because the wasps are flying, swarming around. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay in there too long because I want to get in there and spray. I don't want fleas to start jumping on me. But we have treated the dogs. We gave the dogs a bath and a flea and tick shampoo. We treated the yard. We put down granules all throughout the yard, all throughout this area. We put down flea and bug granules all in this area as well. And so all of the grounds are treated with the first treatment. I'm gonna go ahead and treat them again today with the second treatment. I think it actually might be the third treatment because we're still seeing signs of fleas out in the yard as well. Which they're probably just because the dogs are still sleeping in the barn, and the fleas I think are still in the barn because I did treat the barn. I sprayed the barn, but I think that it's too messy in there for me to actually treat it well. And so that's what today's video comes in at. We're actually gonna get inside of this barn that we've been building on for about 2 years now, and we've been putting off getting it cleaned in the inside. We're gonna get inside of here and clean it up today. We're gonna try to get everything out of there. I think that our goal is gonna be to take every single thing out of the barn, and we're gonna have 2 piles. We're gonna have one pile where we think it's stuff that we're gonna keep and need to organize, and we're gonna have another pile that's gonna be junk, and we're gonna have a motto for this barn cleaning, and the motto is gonna be, when in doubt, toss it out. For real. And I gotta check myself because let's see. Yep, had fleas on me. It's almost guaranteed when you go inside of that barn, you're gonna get fleas on you. And they're like almost dead. Like you can tell because they're not like jumping off. They get on you and then they just get stuck, you know, for real. So I think that all of our treatments have been working, and I'm gonna go and spray my pants legs before I go back in there. But I'm gonna go in there before Megan and the boys and I go in there. I'm gonna get in there, spray as good as I can, and I'm gonna try to get rid of those fleas. But I think what's happening is because like I say, usually you don't see fleas just sitting there on you. And as soon as we go in that barn site, immediately we get fleas on our pants legs, and they just sit there. They don't move. You can pick them up, you know, they don't jump away like right away, but eventually they pop away. And so yeah, it's kind of disgusting. And you know how we are about bugs and things like that, but it's just type stuff that you deal with on the farm. Like I said, because we've had flea infestations before, like at our city lots and like at our house in the city, but it's a smaller area to treat, you know, when your animals get fleas and you don't know that they have fleas until it's too late. But yeah, that's that's something. I went on the barn site just that fast and got fleas. But okay, here's the plan. First, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna spray again, I'm gonna coat everything real good the best I can, even though I think that the treatment that I did last time is working, because I think they're all dying and they're just kind of like on their last leg. But we're gonna get in there, I'm gonna spray all this yard again. I'm gonna go through the whole yard, spray the whole yard again, set a perimeter. Then I'm gonna go on the barn site, spray the barn site real good. We're gonna let all that dry, and then Megan, the boys, and I are gonna get out there and start pulling everything out of the barn. We're gonna pull every single thing out of the barn. And like I said, we're gonna have 2 piles. And if we're in doubt, we're gonna toss it out. And we're gonna throw it away, burn it, do whatever we need to do to get rid of it. But that's our plan for today. Like I said, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some spray mixed up. We use permethrin, whether it's permethrin 10 or permethrin 13. You can get that from Tractor Supply, and it has the mixing instructions on there. And so I'm gonna mix up some permethrin and just spray this whole area, spray the barn out, and then you know, hopefully that'll get rid of some of the lingering fleas that are kind of like almost dead, kind of hanging around, just so they won't be getting all on our pants legs. After that, we can get in the barn, and then we can clear everything out so that, you know, we can get a good spray like on the surfaces and everything, so the fleas don't have places to hide. But that's the goal for today. It's gonna be a fun one, an interesting one, and we'll just see how this whole thing goes. But hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be in a good place when it comes to this infestation, this plague that's tormenting us on the farm. So y'all stick around today, and we're gonna try to get this barn cleaned out. We're gonna try to get all these areas treated for fleas and get rid of any areas where they can hide, and just see what we can get into. So y'all just stick around for this journey. It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God.
Alright, y'all, I'm standing on the front steps of Emma. Literally, Tim has told me, don't come any further.
Don't come down here.
Listen, he's behind me now. But yeah, so I'm on the front steps of Emma. I'm on the second step. I'm not on the very top step. I'm on a step lower than that. But I can't come down any further than that. It's infestation level, like pestilence, like infestation level on the barn site throughout the grass. And this is the second bottle of permethrin that he's gone through, and he still has to go get more. So he's gonna go and clean out the Tractor Supply and buy all the permethrin that they have. And we don't know, like, it just seems like all of a sudden we literally had our like blankets and we're laying out in the grass just a couple of weeks ago. And you know, I might not notice, but Tim is gonna notice. He was laying out in the grass. You know, even his mom was laying out in the grass. Like, somebody would have noticed if it was fleas all crawling throughout the grass. So this just happened. So we're not sure if it happened like with bringing in the hay, or if it's been because we haven't gotten any rain and the fleas are just like loving this really warm weather that we're still having, even though it's November. We don't know what happened, but it's real and it's here and we have to deal with it. So we had this whole plan, you know, you make your plans and God determines your steps. He's somewhere like, okay, not time to clean that barn out just yet. But we had this whole plan. Tim was gonna go, he was gonna spray, the fleas were gonna die down, and then we're gonna go out and clean the barn so that we could treat the barn again. Well, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. When Tim got out there, he says the fleas were like mad. They were popping up all over the place. They were like, he looked down at his pants leg and it was like 10 fleas. Wow. Okay. And he was coated, like, he's now coated in permethrin. He just coated his pants leg. And they're still jumping on him, just not as much. So our plan now, thank you, Holy Spirit, but the plan now is for him to go get more permethrin. Number one, like, you know, ammunition. Like, we don't want to be left without it. So the plan now is to get more permethrin. He's going to go get that. Then he's going to treat again the areas around Emma and like the house, the barn. We're going to get the dogs off the barn site. Fleas don't need a host. Our poor dogs have been like suffering. So we are going to bathe them again.
Yeah, I told them that we bathed them.
Yeah.
Time and everything.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, I kind of gave them the run through of what we did on the first round.
Right.
And I guess this is gonna be considered like the fourth round.
Right. And we used to like treat our dogs with that fancy stuff that they eat every like month or whatever, and that didn't work for us in the past. The only thing that's ever worked has been like bathing them, spraying them, and checking them consistently for fleas, and then addressing it with like permethrin or some sort of spray like that. But anyway, so we're just on the protocols, the things that we've learned in the past. My bug man back there. Things that we've learned from dealing, we probably
y'all think y'all want to be husbands, but this is the type of stuff that a husband got to do. Like, talk to him about what a wife expects out of a husband when there's some type of infestation.
Yeah, infestation. Okay, so
you can't be a wimp.
I'm gonna be real for a second. Can I be real for a second? I get mad at Tim when he's so intense sometimes. Intense with me and gets upset with me or whatever it might be going on. But at times like this, you gotta be thankful for that intensity. You know what I'm saying? I can't hardly hold the camera up. No, but seriously, I'm about to fall off the steps. No, I know, right? No, but seriously though, at times like this, I'm very thankful that he's intense and he's able to take it to like a level of extremism, and he won't stop until he does not see a flea. He's like that with every bug, every roach, every gnat, every fly. He will attack and attack and attack. What was our saying for this morning?
When in doubt, toss it out.
Gird your loins.
Loin.
We're actually watching today's video where he told his mom, gird your loins, and we didn't know. The boys asked what that meant, so we did a whole like impromptu Bible lesson, and we didn't know that we would need it as much as we need it right now. So he's girded his loins. He's already prepared, and we're just gonna attack this flea infestation as best that we can. I believe right now he has every bug this side of the Mississippi, like is buzzing past me, flying. So yeah, he's been in the war zone on the front lines, and we're social distancing because we don't want to bring any fleas in the house. And so he's gonna go Tractor Supply, get the permethrin. We're just gonna have to stay away until it's gonna be a couple days. Probably we're gonna let that barn site until we do not see a flea. We're gonna let it die down, and we're just gonna keep attacking it until we don't see a flea, and then we can do when in doubt, toss it out, all that cute stuff I was talking about. Like, we can't do that right now. Sorry, y'all. But we're gonna get rid of the fleas. Hopefully, in Jesus' name, that is the plan, to attack. And then we'll just have to pick y'all back up when we say victory, right? When we can victory march through the barn and do some cleaning up on the barn site.
So we'll pick them up in a couple days once it's died down, and then we'll start.
Yeah, so we'll pick y'all up in a couple days once it's died down. We might pick y'all up and update y'all, as we go along. But if not, we'll just see y'all when we're ready to clean out the barn, when it's safe, when peace. We have peace again, because right now we are at war. All right, we'll see y'all. See y'all when we see y'all. See y'all in a bit.
I see you running out of reason. Don't try to blame it on the seasons. Why you wanna walk away? When we began, swear we had something that would last.
All right, y'all, it's been about 3-4 days since last time we picked y'all up, and I've been waging war against these bugs, these fleas on the barn site and around our property. And I think I'm kind of getting a hold of getting ahead of them and getting rid of them. It might be still a few wandering around here and there, but just normal levels of fleas, not infestation level like we've had. But it's probably about 4 or 5 days later, and I've been treating our yard, treating the barn every single day. We put out granules, we've sprayed, and I think it's about time for Megan to come out. I'm gonna send Megan out to clean the barn out, and I'm gonna catch up on some editing and things like that, and she'll pick y'all up a little bit later. But before then, I wanna kind of pick y'all up and show y'all what I'm using to get rid of this flea infestation. And I know every time I do a video like this about what we use for bugs, everybody has all type of questions and everything. So I'm gonna just briefly kind of show y'all what we use, talk to y'all about the amounts of everything that we use, and kind of maybe, just in case you decide to order this stuff, like I say, order it and use it at your own discretion. We're not sponsored by these companies, neither do we promote them. We're just telling you what we use. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to use it, make sure you do all your research and everything to make sure that you feel like it's safe for your family to use around your property and your house. But I'm gonna just pick y'all up. I'm gonna set this up here, and I'm gonna pick y'all up and kind of show y'all what I use and talk y'all through a couple things. All right, for this infestation of fleas, this is basically everything that I've been using. A 2-gallon pump-up sprayer that I bought from Tractor Supply. They actually, these come in a pack of 2. I think they come in a pack of 1 as well. But I like to have a dosage for inside the house, which is a very, very different dosage than for the outside. And so I like to have 2 of these pump-up sprayers so I can have them marked. And sometimes I use it to spray weed killer around the area as well. So I don't like to use the same pump-up sprayer for everything. 1 is for outside, 1 is for pesticide, 1 is for herbicide, and then I have 1 for the inside as well. And then this also comes from Tractor Supply. This is called permethrin 10. You can also use permethrin 13. It's the same thing. And this bottle, I think this is 1 quart, but what you're gonna use, the amount is gonna be measured in fluid ounces. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let's see. You might not be able to see it or not, but this little container here is 1 ounce worth of solution if you put it in there. For normal household day-to-day use, you use 2 ounces. mixed with a gallon of water. 2 ounces of permethrin mixed with 1 gallon of water. Now, if you have an intense infestation like we've been having, you use 16 ounces. And like I said, you need to make sure that you're masked up and have gloves on and have your personal protection on and everything when you're using that big dosage. Really the smaller dosage as well. But like I said, I've been using it for a while, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. But it will get you if you don't watch out. But they sell this just over the counter and Tractor Supply. Like I said, normal household use, 2 ounces. Like if you're using it in your barn, don't use 16 ounces in your house. Like I said, you can't use more than 2 ounces in your house. But if you're like spraying your barn, because this is a premises spray, livestock premises spray, so you can use it in your barns. You can spray your dogs directly. You can spray your animals to keep flies. It's all type of you can spray your barn out. Like I said, you spray the grass. It's all type of uses for this solution here. But on the back of it, you'll see that there's and I hadn't had to tear it off because I already know all of the dosages that I use. But you'll see on the back that there's if you read through that, it'll tell you the exact dosages to use based off what you're using it for. Now, this is the most important thing right here. read it closely. Gentrol. And I want you to understand, because what this is an adulticide. This kills the adult bugs. But what this is an insect growth regulator. Because what happens is no matter what type of infestation you're dealing with, whether it's roaches, whether it's fleas, whether it's hog lice, whether it's flies, whatever it is, gnats, whatever it is, those adult bugs have eggs. They lay eggs all over the place. And then you'll kill the adult bugs with the adulticide that kills them on contact. But then about 2 weeks go by, you don't see any adult bugs, but then about 2 weeks later, all of a sudden you see a bunch of babies running around, or you see a bunch of adults again. And that's where the Gentrol comes in at. It's an insect growth regulator. And what that does is it keeps the eggs from hatching out. It makes the adults sterile to where they can't have babies. They can't lay any more eggs. And it just it disturbs the life cycle, because that's the main thing that you have to do in situations like this. Like I said, because just look at how much land I had to treat. I treat everywhere on high ground. I treated the whole barn site. I treated all this area, all the way around our living site, everywhere the boys play, everywhere the dogs are, I had to treat. And if I go through just with the adulticide, I'm gonna kill all the adults. But then the boys are gonna be out here playing in 2 weeks, and then the babies are gonna hatch out. And that's what this is for. Like I said, you mix. And with this Gentrol, it has a little thing on there as well with your fluid ounces. And if you're mixing this with 1 gallon of water, you use 1 fluid ounce of Gentrol. Like the line will be right there. You see where that solution is? Right there. For 1 gallon, you use 1 fluid ounce. And you mix both of these together. So you get your 1 gallon of water, and then you put if you're inside, like you're spraying inside, you put 2 ounces of permethrin. If you have intense infestation, like in your barn or somewhere where no animals are, or things like that, like I said, you're just spraying in the grass outside in your front and backyard, you can use 16 ounces for intense infestation. But if you're spraying it in the house, make sure you only use 2 ounces of this permethrin. But you mix both of these, your 1 ounce, 1 fluid ounce of Gentrol, and your measurement for permethrin, you mix that with 1 gallon of water, and you spray both at the same time, and you put that within your sprayer. Like I said, I'm spraying a 2 gallon pump up sprayer, because I'm spraying such a big area. But with normal household infestations, you can use a 1 gallon sprayer. You really don't even need that. You can use a half a gallon, because you're not gonna spray that much in your house. Like I say, just treating baseboards and treating under your beds and things like that. Maybe if you empty out your kitchen cabinets, if you have like a roach infestation or something like that. Like I say, we've dealt with a lot of those things in the past, so we kind of have a little bit of experience. But like I say, the treatment that I've been doing over the last 5-6 days, like I say, it's been intense, like every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day. And I've been giving the dogs a bath every day and flea and tick shampoo. And like I said, we've been battling this infestation. And I think we're about to get to the point to where we've overcome it. It's just another attack from the enemy to try to keep us away from finishing off our barn. Because we were just getting ready to go in there and start cleaning it out. And then we found out that we had a flea infestation. But that's the breakdown as far as all the supplies. Like I say, it's super simple. If you were doing an inside treatment, it's some different things you can use, like a bait for that'll draw bugs in and things like that. But as far as outside treatment in your yard for fleas and things like that, this is all you need. You need your adulticide, and that can be something different than permethrin. And you need your insect growth regulator, and that can be something different than Genthral. And you might be thinking about the price. This stuff is not cheap. For real. That's why a lot of people just choose to get Terminix to come through and use and spray this stuff. Because, you know, you can pay Terminix $75 a month and they can come and keep all this stuff sprayed for you. But this one little bottle right here was like $100-something just for this bottle right here. But it's going to last a long time, like I said, because you don't have to spray this all the time. This stuff lasts 6 months. So once you spray it, you only have to spray it once or twice a year. And like I said, once you kill the life cycle, you really don't have to spray it anymore at all. Like I said, you just touch up spray around your house and things. And another thing is, to get the best result out of your mixture, you have to use it within 72 hours. So when you mix it up, you got to go and use it all up in 72 hours. You can't hold it and let it sit around. Like I said, it'll still work and everything, but it just won't have the same you know, power as it had in the beginning. So, but y'all should see Megan coming out here later on today to work on getting the barn cleaned out. So hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of this process. Y'all stick around. It's a lot of fun things still to come on this video, and hopefully y'all are learning something.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there, and we might be lost but not forever. There's things in life you simply need to know, but sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end, the end. Don't say you're ridiculous, you're not even close. Don't wish for indifference, you're not one of those. We fall, but we always rise up through it all. We get a little wiser. There's things in life you simply need to know, but sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end, the end. And if you ever wonder, there is nothing wrong with a little thunder. There's things in life you simply
I have
need
now
to know.
made it to this corner of the barn. I can walk from one side of the barn here all the way to the other side of the barn, and I could not do that before. This whole middle area here that I'm walking through now was completely covered with stuff. Oh, I can even hear echo. That's awesome. So I made it to this corner, and there's just a lot of little stuff that I need to just toss in a trash bag. There's stuff around that needs to be thrown away. And then I still have a few larger items, but I've gotten rid of most of the larger items, and I got a few heavy items. So I'm just going to keep working it down. But first, I want to take you outside and show you my different piles. Okay, so we are headed outside the barn. So this first pile is my keep pile. It's got a lot of big stuff, y'all, but it's really not that bad. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. And this is my I don't know, I'm not sure pile. And then this last pile is my throwaway pile. I definitely thought there would be more things in the throwaway pile, but that might actually happen when I go through my I don't know pile, and I might actually decide to throw away some of the items that are even in the keep pile. I really just need Tim's advice on some of those things, and some of those things I need to just, you know, part ways with. But this is what I have so far, and I'm really excited about the progress inside of the barn. But once I get everything out, y'all, what are we gonna do with the stuff that I have to put in? But we'll organize it, and the process is going well so far. I'm just gonna keep at it. There's not too much more to do, and I'm just going to keep my head up. And I'm loving moving the big items because I was really able to see the progress, and I feel like I've been here before. How many times have we cleaned out the barn? I remember one time we were gonna clean out the barn, and then it was like, oh, let's just move the stuff to the side. And we got out of it. So sometimes it seems like there's always something like ahead of cleaning out the barn, and then other times it just feels like we're always having to clean out the barn. But it's good. It'll be worth it when we're having that coffee, wood stove coffee in front of the wood stove. Alright, y'all, we have a completely clean barn, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you around. It looks amazing. Here it is. As you can see, everything is clean and clear. We've got everything outside now in piles, and you can see the wood stove now. You can see the barn floor, and it is absolutely wow. Like wow. This is pretty clean. I don't know if I've seen the barn this clear and clean since Tim first built it and we lived here. So this is really awesome, and I'm very, very excited about the progress. Wow. Like, Tim was such a huge help. He pretty much came in and just whoosh, like a whirlwind, and everything was out because he was just, you know, picking everything up, slinging everything out, sweeping. He did an amazing job. He really helped me out a lot. And so it is done. So that's it, y'all. We were able to get the barn clean and clear, and it looks wonderful. I'm so excited now to get the things back in that need to get in, and then organize them. It's gonna be great. There's something, we actually have to clear out these lofts also as well, something hanging down there, but we'll be able to even make use of these lofts here and put some of the stuff up there, so we can kind of keep it clear in this area here. So it looks really good, and we're gonna call it for this, y'all. It was a lot to bring out of the barn, but Tim came in and he was such a huge help, and we got it done. So I'm excited, and it's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. We will see you on the next one.